One of these myths, and the word myth itself has so many meanings, I'll talk only about two of them. One is the myth as the opposite of truth, myth as fiction. But fiction is not always the opposite of truth, because fiction may have a poetic truth, which sometimes is more durable than any historical truth. Because as you heard this morning, historical truth changes all the time. Poetic truth doesn't change. Historical truth, every new archaeological dig can change our view based on previous archaeological digs. But nothing can change the poetical truth of Hamlet, or the poetical truth of Genesis, or the poetical truth of Job, or of Jonah, or of the Song of Songs. But myth also has this meaning of the opposite of truth. Sometimes we say it's a myth, it's only a myth. I am a great admirer of myths, never say it's only a myth, but I admit that some of the myths became quite harmful, like the myth about Judaism being a religion, or Judaism being a monotheistic, moral, exclusive religion, and that it was always like that, and that only in our times we became a pluralistic culture. This is a myth. Judaism was never only a religion, it was always a culture of the people, according to the myths that we know, and this is the other meeting. Judaism had many religions in it, or at least the Jewish people had many religions, at least during the biblical times, again based on the biblical documents, on the biblical literature. And I take the biblical literature as face value because in our culture, the Bible operated, acted, as Heine said, as a mobile motherland. This is the unifying factor of the Jewish nation. The biblical literature is the only literature which is common to all Jews. All post-literature in Judaism became literatures of various trends, of various movements, of various groups. Some of them were the official literature of the rabbinical culture, like the Talmud, for instance. But they were not the official literature or the literature, the national literature of those who were not in the rabbinical circles. Today, the Bible continues to be the unifying identity symbol of the Jewish nation, including secular people who do not believe in so many things said in the Bible, like most religious people who also do not believe in most of the things said in the Bible. Therefore, for me, myth is literature that starts to fulfill certain functions. You turn a story into a myth when the story starts to fulfill functions. When the story starts to fulfill, for instance, the function of unifying and identifying a nation, like the Iliad, Homer, like the Bible. So many things in the Bible.